Okay, for tonight's homework, which is homework 214, I'm going to have you write down the work for these two problems and write down the 3 secret words to show me that you listen. Alright, so today we are doing the transformation of a dilation. I need you to remember, though, the main types of transformations that we've done. And again, I'm going to try just to give you a quick little glimpse of what we've done so far. So the 3 have been the translation, the reflection, and the rotation. Today we're doing a dilation. Remember, if I wanted to show a translation, I would take a triangle in the exact same shape and direction and just move it to a different spot, like maybe left and down, or maybe up and to the right. Those are translations. If I took a triangle like this one and I rotated it, if I reflected it and flipped it over another line, that is called a reflection. A reflection over the y-axis, or I could take that and reflect it instead over the x-axis. That's a reflection, different than a translation. And then the third one, what we've been doing, is a rotation, where I take that triangle, and based on the fact that rotating to the right makes the coordinates flip and the right one become negative, that would be like a rotation, turning that way 90 degrees around the origin. That's a rotation. Today we're doing the third one, which is called a dilation, and that's where I take a triangle or any shape and click it from the corner, and what it does is it stretches. Again, a dilation will stretch one shape proportionally, so it's either bigger, or I could shrink it down so it's proportionally smaller. When I shrink it down from the original, it's called reduction. When I make it bigger, it's called an expansion. So those are my dilation types. The first word is dog. Dog. For the problems, I'd like you to look at these and write these down. So this one right here, you have a triangle of A, B, C. I need you to know what those coordinates are. A is -2 for x, 0 for y. B is 0 for x, 1 for y. And C is 1 for x, -2 for y. Remember, each coordinate, first one is x, second coordinate is y. Know how to plot your points. If I give you a scale factor, that's the number I'm timesing every single one of these coordinates by. So 4 times -2, 4 times 0, 4 times 0, 4 times 1, 4 times 1, 4 times -2. Every single coordinate is being times or multiplied by that scale factor. So when I times them all the way through by 4, A prime, B prime, C prime, A prime will become -8, 0. -2 times 4 is -8. 4 times 0 is 0. This becomes 0, 4. And this times 4 becomes 4, -2. So timesing every number here by 4 gave me -8, 0 for A prime. Gave me 0 for x, 4 for y for B prime. And then 4 for x, down 8 for y for C prime. And you could see that triangle there is an expanded form of this first one there. I could tell that the first one here started because the letters are just plain letters, and then it went out to this one with the marks on it. So I know this was my pre-image, this was my image. So that was an expansion or an enlargement. The second word is cat. Cat. Alright, the second problem I want you to write down is this one where I'm making it smaller. So I'm taking this point right here, A, B, and C, A is the point 1, I'm sorry, A is 0, 8. B is going to be negative 4, 4. And C is going to be 4, negative 4. When you have a scale factor of a number less than 1, like a fraction like 1/2 or 1/4 or 1/3, that means you're still timesing every one of those numbers by 1/4. You're timesing every number by 1/4. But just know, timesing these numbers by a fourth is the same as dividing each one of these by 4. So timesing by a fourth is the same as dividing by 4. If I would have had the scale factor of 1/3, I would have been dividing everything by 3. If this was a scale factor of 1/2, I would have been dividing everything by 2. But again, know that if you're timesing by a fraction, that is the same as dividing by that denominator number right there. So timesing each of these by 1/4 is equivalent of dividing each one, dividing that by 4, dividing that by 4, divide 4, divide by 4, dividing by 4. Timesing by a fourth is the same as dividing each one by 4. Just like if this was a scale factor of 1/3, I would have divided everything by 3. So my 3 points after dividing every number by 4, 0 divided by 4 is 0, 8 divided by 4 is 2, this divided by 4 is negative 1, this divided by 4 is 1. This gives me my prime marks to know that that was after the transformation, after the dilation. So 0, 2, 1, negative 1, and then negative 1, 1. So B, and again, I'm going to double check that this is right. B, I'm not 100% sure. I think B is left 1, down 1, and again, not quite sure. You got to really double check your coordinates. I'm not sure if that's the right B1. Nope. B1 is really left 1, up 1, so be real careful. And then the new C is over 1, down 1. And you could tell that triangle got smaller. The original triangle is the bigger one with these letters without marks on them. But when I reduced it, I made it smaller, a reduction dilation. I could tell these little prime marks, that was it after the dilation. All right, the third word is goat. Goat. Good luck.